Hello, I'm Congressmember Judy Chu from Pasadena, California, and I'm so thrilled to help launch this partnership between Faith and Community Empowerment, or FACE, and the LA County Department of Workforce Development, Aging, and Community Services to help more Asian American and Pacific Islander youth get on a path to greater opportunity. I especially want to thank FACE and your amazing CEO, Haipin Im, for all you're doing to support AAPIs and underserved communities. And I want to thank my friend, Supervisor Hilda Solis and LA County for making this partnership possible. This past year and a half has truly been a time unlike any other as our country grappled with a pandemic, recession, and a reckoning with our own history of racism. And despite the model minority myth that portrays all AAPIs as uniquely successful, our community actually suffered some of the most throughout this crisis. Xenophobia and bigotry inspired by the coronavirus led to over 7,500 anti-Asian hate incidents since just February of 2020. And AAPIs have suffered disproportionately from the virus itself, with higher than average infection and mortality rates. In fact, Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders experienced some of the highest COVID-19 infection and mortality rates in over a dozen states, including here in California. And in part because of the xenophobia that led to the spike in hate crimes, Asian-owned businesses were among the first to lose customers and the most likely to stay shuttered during the pandemic. This contributed to higher than average rates of long-term unemployment in AAPI communities. The good news is that thanks to the American Rescue Plan, the end of the pandemic is in sight as more Americans get vaccinated every day. And so as the economy continues to reopen, we need to begin focusing on rebuilding. And that means helping more Americans return to work. That is why we're investing in infrastructure, from new roads to more childcare. But given the disproportionate impact of the pandemic on AAPI communities, we need to do more to make sure they are included in the recovery. That is why this incredible partnership means so much to me. Helping our youth find good jobs not only helps the country recover, it helps them onto a path towards greater success. President Roosevelt knew this, which is why the New Deal after the Great Depression included a number of programs specifically for youth. Yet young people today are not being included in the recovery from our current crisis in great enough numbers. In fact, the unemployment rate for 20 to 24-year-olds is still higher. That is 50% higher than it was pre-pandemic. And so that is why we need this partnership to close that gap by helping our more at-risk or vulnerable AAPI youth to good-paying jobs and rewarding jobs that help their communities and themselves. And I'm committed to doing my part in Washington by supporting more investments to help Americans get to work and go to work. So thank you again to FACE, LA County, and everyone who is helping to ensure we can all get through this recovery together.